Hello guys, good morning everyone. And my name is Vikram barnwal and welcome to my channel English Devotee. So today I'll be just know and we'll be just know that what are the right ways to practice English languages. First of all, what happens that when we are the initial speaker, so we tends to make a lot of the mistake, right? So we have to go on the right path. So what are the right paths to learn the languages? So I am just having the several steps that I jotted down on the board, and which I'm just going through each and every steps and will just let you know that what are the right ways to learn the English language. Basically, that most of the people who are unaware of the right practice of the English language, they make a lot of the mistakes because they just do a lot of the effort, still that their fluency is not that much goes, right? So you have to know the right steps, right? So I'm just having the several steps. The first one is read storybooks. Yes, you heard right. You have to stick to the stories books, because story is something which is so much interesting and which will just connect you with the which will just connect you with the thought and as well as the English languages. So you have to just pick up the 4 class or just 2 class or 3 class and not more than that English book, and try to just learn all those try to learn all those words when you are just going through some kind of a new words. Or and also go through the you have to go through the stories of the books as well. You have to go through the each and individual chapter, and when you are just having troubles with the words, and put them into just notebook and go through they are just roots of the words, and this is how that you're going to learn your vocabularies as well. And also it will just and also basic book will just help you to just frame the sentence, right? So these are the basic things that you need to do that, and it must be not avoidable that there are a lot of the people who just approach wrong steps. Like, what do they do that when they are the initial speaker? They just look for the newspaper, and also what do? They go through each and every sentences, and after they get to know that they are just having lots of the advanced words, they are meeting a lot of the advanced words, and which is completely so much incoherent for them. So they start feeling like that no, English is something which have a lot of the complexities, right? And they just avoid English language then. So you don't have to that kind of approach. You must go through the basic things, right? And after that, remember basic words which is used in daily life. Yes, like we are the person that we are not that much indulged in the English language, so we are away from the basic words, right? So you have to just look for the basic words. So how could you know the basic word? So you have to go through the Google and just go in the search of what are the basic words that is needed for the English speaking, right? So after that, you're just having a list of the basic words and just go through the words meaning and try to frame a lot of the sentence with them. So this is how that it will inculcate in your just brain for a long term. Now we are just having the third one is put yourself in the room, or either could be a train, buses, or place, or surround with something. Yes, right. Whenever you are like, it could be your just room, or it could be your just private any place, and it could be train even that, because I know that we know that train having a lot of the crowds and the buses are having a lot of the crowds. Just go through this kind of situation and just imbibe all those kind of the premises of the situation, and after that on that situation you have to make a react, and you have to start framing a sentence, what kind of scenario is happening, what kind of chaos is happening in the train, whether we are just having a lot of the crowd in the train, whether we are just having, because there are lots of the time, like there are lots of the sailor who just comes with sailing, so you could just make a sentence on them particular, right? So this is how you're gonna do that, and start with the practice. Give an insight to the things which around you, and yes, you have to forget the grammatical rule. First of all, there is one thing which stucks in our just brain like a grammatical rules, as it is not our just first language, so we are always in the stucks with the grammatical mistakes. So what if that we would just make a mistakes while speaking? So you don't have to think like that, you have to speak and speak and speak. This is the first thing you need to do, that there is no second option. And also that put yourself in the room, and yes, we are just having a lot of the stuffs in the room. So it could be a fan, it could be a bottle, it could be a lots of the calendar and decorative items, like it also could be a window as well. So every stuff has a specific name and a specific noun, and just represent your just sentences with the words, right? So make a lot of the sentence with the words, like I'm just having a big window and my window have been just concealed by the curtain, right? So this is how your just thoughts should be processed. Now the next should be like start framing sentences with the words that you know as an object sounds you. Just the same thing, the sentence have been repeated. Like what you need to do that, just whenever you are stuck with the object, you are unaware of the objects, what this particular object is specific meaning, then you should go through with the Google and just get to know the particular object's name, right? So like whenever you're just having chow mein, so what do we do that we are not having spoon to just gather the chow mein and just put it on our just mouth. We are just having the a specific thing, right? Should be called as a fork. So the fork, with the help of fork, we will lift the chow mein and just put it in our just mouth. So lots of the people who are unaware of the fork, so you have to learn this too, right? So this is how that we'll be approaching the right meaning of the right words, right stuffs. And the last one is, yeah, as you are a beginner for this language, so you will start pausing, stammering. Yes, as we know that this is our first language and we are complete a native speaker, so we are starting from the scratch. So we are not supposed to making a lot of the right things, right? So we'll just start falling in our just pronunciation. We start falling in our just broken down English. We also make a lot of the stammering. So these are things might just put you down for a moment, but you have to forget and you have to ignore those things, because you know that these are not a blunder, these are only mistakes. I mean, mistakes can be corrected by your just continuous practice. You have to do the same thing. You have to have the flow of your just fluency. You have to have the practice with frequent time. So this is how you're gonna conquer your just languages, right? And yes, that we know that we have to just continue with the flow. You can see that there are lots of native speakers what they used to do that, like when they were in the beginner of the speaking, and you have to do the right steps, right? So I'm just here with the several steps to facilitate your just effort for the fluency, and you have to do the same thing each and every day to inculcate your brain those things. So now I'm just come up with the conclusion, like if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe and press the bell icon so that you will be updated in coming videos. So thank you, have a nice day.